when silence finally feels comfortable. There was a time when silence made me uncomfortable. I always had music playing, or the television on, or someone else around to fill the space. Silence felt like something that needed to be broken, as if quiet meant something was missing or unfinished. But that changed. Not all at once, and not because I tried to change it. I didn't decide to enjoy silence. I simply noticed one day that I did. Now, when I turn off the music or switch off the television and no one else is around, I don't rush to fill the space. I sit in it, and in that quiet, something opens. I can hear my own thoughts more clearly. I can focus. It almost feels like I can see better. I used to wonder why my mum would turn the radio down in the car while she was driving. It never made sense to me at the time. I remember thinking that sound and sight had nothing to do with each other. Now I understand. When the external noise fades, my senses line up. Without distraction, I notice what's actually around me. Not in an abstract way, but in a literal one. I see things I would have missed before. I hear details that were always there but drowned out. If I'm not singing along to a song or half listening to something in the background, I notice the freshly cut grass. I see the way it lies differently when it's just been trimmed. And because I notice it, my senses open further, and I smell it too. That sharp, clean scent that I would have walked past without a second thought if my attention had been somewhere else. Silence makes space for noticing. I hear the wind moving through the trees. I see the leaves roll over one another across the lawn. I hear birds in the morning and watch them gather nesting material from the garden, pecking at the soil, calling out to each other as if they're sharing the discovery. I notice how sound and sight work together, how paying attention in one way invites attention in another, how the world offers far more than I realized when I was always half elsewhere. The same thing happens near the water. In silence, I hear the waves crashing against the shore, each one slightly different from the last. I smell the salt in the air. I feel present in my body, not thinking about the scene but standing inside it. When silence finally feels comfortable, it isn't about there being no sound at all. It's about silencing the distractions. It's about choosing what I let in. There was a time when silence felt uneasy, because life required constant vigilance. There was always something to anticipate, something to prepare for, something to manage. Quiet left too much room for alertness. As that eased, silence softened too. Now, silence doesn't feel like waiting. It feels like presence. It feels like standing still while life continues around me in all its forms. Plants growing, birds moving, wind shifting, ordinary things unfolding without needing my involvement. There's comfort in that. It reminds me how small I am in the best possible way, that I get to witness the world rather than control it, that life doesn't pause when I do, and that's not a threat, it's a gift. Most people move quickly through their days. They wake up, get ready for work, get in their cars, and go. It's easy to miss what's already there, not because it isn't beautiful, but because attention is pulled elsewhere. I don't judge that. I lived that way for a long time too. Now, I notice the difference. There is so much to appreciate when you quiet the constant stream of noise, not dramatic moments, small ones, the kind that don't announce themselves, but offer peace if you let them. I'm not someone who turns the radio down to see better, but I understand the instinct now. Silence clears space. It lets the world come forward. It allows me to be fully where I am, not split between sound and thought and distraction. When silence finally feels comfortable, it isn't empty. It's full of things that were always there, waiting to be noticed. And tonight that feels like enough.